Hi everybody, hope you're well, hope you're doing okay. This is a live one that I'm doing on Facebook now so I can upload it. As I've explained earlier in the week, having a few problems with my phone. It's not allowing me to do videos and then upload them. So I'm doing it live and then I can do everything from there. So if you happen to be on Facebook at the moment and you want to join in live, then you're more than welcome to. We're going to finish the week to add into this week to the things that I've posted for you this week. This is just going to be a bit of a stretch, a bit of a calm down, a bit of a relaxation. So it was good that we do that as well. Especially at the moment with everything that's going on and all these limitations we've got around us, this can be really relaxing, can be really almost meditative as far as calming for us is concerned. And we all need a bit of calm, don't we? Well, no, I do. Anyway, so stand yourself up. What we're going to do is just have a little boost to the circulation to start off with. So what I want you to do is just lift those heels off the floor. Give me a little bit of a march there. And if you can, put some arms in as well. If you need to hold on for support, then feel free to. Bring the heels off the floor, bring the toes off the floor. And I want you to think about ankle, feet and toes. So I'm pointing my toes down towards the floor and I'm rolling through to my ankles. That's it. Okay, arms are swinging as well. If you want to do it in a seated position, you can. And options as far as your hands is concerned, you can bring those arms across. A bit of a rowing situation. So we've got some movement there as well in our shoulders still. Lovely. Okay, take a pause. From there, let's go for a little bit of a sway. So I want you to put your feet staggered. So we're here, look. Show you sideways on. Can you see how my feet are? Seems a little bit dark down there today, doesn't it? But I'm here. You see me? There I am, look. So feet staggered. And I'm going to shift the weight forward and back. Forward and back. Now this shifting of weight, really important. It helps as far as our balance is concerned. We do all this every day in our life. So when we walk, we shift the weight from one foot to the other. When we step, we shift the weight, okay? So this shifting of weight from one foot to the other is giving our brain a bit of a workout as well. It's giving us a bit of practicing in the brain. So the brain is thinking about and practicing which muscles it needs to tighten, which it needs to loosen to allow this movement to happen, and therefore to work on balance control, so to keep balance for us. So this is in itself is really, really good and really effective as far as helping our overall balance is concerned. Use the support if you need it. And just shift that weight forward and back. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but when I'm shifting my weight forward, my front knee is coming no further forward than my shoe. So it's not a big movement, and I'm not exaggerating. It's just that shift of weight onto one foot, onto the other. In our seated position, exactly the same if we want to do it seated. But we're just shifting the weight forward and back. And you should feel, even when you're doing this, you can feel the fact that you're pushing the weight down through one foot, down through the other. Think about your bottom, think about your buttocks, and that weight shifting from one to the other as well. Take a pause. Arms. Okay, so one arm. I'm going to bring it around to my shoulder and then down across my body. So other arm comes around to the shoulder and down across my body. Now, if you want to do one arm at a time and hold on, feel free, okay? So there, look, I'm holding on with that hand. I finish, I pop that hand down, and I bring this one around. Okay? Lovely. Let's practice it. In our chair, it's exactly the same. Sit in your front third of the chair. Think about your posture. Think about standing tall. Let's go. One arm around, down across the body. Other arm around, down across our body. Keep going. Excellent. One more like that before we try and put the other movement in. So let's try and put the legs in as well. So we've got that sway forward and back. Okay. Now while we're there and keeping going with that, let's try and put the arms forward. So as we come forward, firstly, bring one arm around and down. Shifting forward, the arm comes around and down. Okay, and as I say, if you want to do one arm at a time, holding on, please do. All right, what I'm going to try and do now Let's put both arms together. So have a look and see what happens. This arm comes around. As it starts to come down, the other arm comes around. And I keep that nice, slow, rhythmic movement going. Slow, controlled, rhythmic movements. Brilliant. And pause there for me. Great job. Okay, one last thing to add in if we want to, and I only want you to do this if you feel steady and stable there. If you don't do the last bit. You can hold on, remember, so if you feel at all unsteady with that, hold on, do one arm or other, or do it in a seated position. Have a look at the change. Feet are in. I'm going to shift the weight forward and back. I'm going to start with one hand down here and one here. Yep. So I can go straight into that movement across and down. Across and down. Now, the added one I'm going to put in is as I do this outward movement, I'm going to look across my shoulder, and as it comes in, I switch to look the other way. This movement of our head is challenging our balance. So you may feel challenged in your balance, and that's perfectly okay. But just make sure that you feel steady and stable. So if you feel at all uneasy, feel at all unstable, stop the head movement. Keep going. So this movement here, we do three-dimensional movements all the time, and our brain's having to multitask. We're stepping forward, we're having to look to make sure there's nothing coming. We're reaching for something and we're having to look where we're going. Head movement, body movement, leg movement, it's all happening. Multitasking, I know we don't like it and we don't admit to it, men, but we do it, all right? We do it in our everyday life. So think about how those movements feel. Think about how they affect things that you do in everyday life. Think about your posture the whole time for me. Stop there. Stretches. One arm across the front. Gently pull it in towards you. Now I'm pulling above or below my elbow joint. What I don't want to do is flatten that joint. So if I come in here, look, can you see the difference? I can pull by my elbow joint, but what I don't want to do is that, where I'm actually pulling the joint in. Yeah? So I just want to pull this arm across. I've got a nice stretch just here. Change to the side for me. Holding these stretches for about 10, 12, 20 seconds the most. And release out. Okay, let's take the hands into the small of the back and bring the shoulder blades in together. So we bring the shoulders back and we squeeze those shoulder blades together. In our seated position, we can take our hands to the back of the chair and ease the shoulders back. Again, opening that chest, opening the rib cage. It's going to help as far as our breathing is concerned. So that's really important that we're able to do that. Pause there. Coming down to our legs, we're going to do our calf firstly. So support if we need it, step back, ball of the foot down, roll through to the heel and just lean into that. So we've got support if we need it. Now have a look at my back. It's a straight line, so I'm not standing up tall and I'm not leaning forward. I'm here, a nice straight line from my head down towards my heel. In our seated position, foot goes out, toe towards the ceiling, heel down, and we ease the toes in towards the shin, pushing the heel away, but this knee staying soft. We should feel that stretch into our calf. This is where we want to feel it at the bottom, and it should feel like a lengthening. So we should feel the stretch, but it shouldn't feel painful. Yeah? It shouldn't hurt, but we should feel it. Change to your other leg. So in seated or standing, choice is yours. Okay, from there, we're going to move into the back of our thigh. So seated option first, sitting tall, hand on the bent knee, toes are relaxed, I sit up and I just pivot from my hip. So tip from your hip. Imagine a hinge Yeah, that's the motion we're doing with our hips. Stay with that. If you're in a standing position, you're going to step forward on one foot and lean into it, pushing the bottom away. Now you want to feel the stretch again here into the back of your thigh. So feel that lengthening. Use your support if you need it, but don't push onto that. It's there for support. Change your other leg for me. So either stepping forward, lifting and tipping, or into your chair. Again, I've got support here if I need it. It's nice lengthening of this muscle down here. Good job. Okay, coming up, have a little shake out for me. Place your hands on your knees and just draw your belly in and roll your back out. It's a bit like a cat stretching in the morning, yeah? Can you see that? So I'm coming down and I'm pushing away. Now, although I'm pushing away and I'm holding this position here, I'm not holding my breath. So I can still talk, I can still hold a conversation. Release out from there. Take a nice deep breath in for me. And out. Do it again, breathe in. And out. One last time for me. Breathing in. Bring the hands halfway down. Bring them into the front, in towards your heart. Turn them around, open up, and have yourself a great weekend. Okay, I'll be back with you next week with some more work for you. We'll do some more mobilization work. So we'll do some mobilization, we'll do some more warm-ups, and we'll do some anything else that you request as well. So, comments, questions, feedback, requests, send them to me so I can tailor this for what you want. All right, have a great weekend, stay safe everybody, and I will see you real soon. Take care, bye-bye.